The problem with eliminating retail, virtually everywhere you look is retail.
Think about shopping. What e-commerce does is it takes all those hours that you used to spend and it hires people to do those tasks for you. And not only does it hire people to do those tasks for you, they do it fast and cheap.
Nobody is going in the store. Nobody is going in, they order dog food, they order gallons of water. What are we going in the store for?
What is the typical time that you expect to have a delivery to your door when you hit the click button? Everybody says 2 days. I'm like, well, guess what? It's without automation, it's more like 5 days or 7 days. How do you feel about automation now?
Hi, my name is Brenda Vega. I work at online grocery at Walmart. Okay, I come in at 4 in the morning. I'm the first one here really. What we do is we start with the 7:15 orders. Okay, that's the yogurts. Now we go through the cheese, which is over there. We have a pick rate. We go by a pick rate, and they check it every week. And the faster you're going, the better hours you're getting. They want us to do 100 picks per hour. This is concrete. There's no carpet here, so you're going. And yeah, your legs tend to hurt. You just gotta want to do it, but you gotta go fast. A lot of walking, a lot of fast pacing, but it can be done.
A year ago, if I had told you how many jobs were being generated in e-commerce, you would have laughed. You would have said, that's absurd. When I looked at the data and saw there were jobs being created, the logical question is, how? Households were spending 64 million hours a week less shopping compared to 2007. 64 million hours a week buys you an awful lot of jobs. It turns out that the e-commerce jobs in the fulfillment centers earn on average about 30% more. What Amazon has done is literally changed the economics and geography of how one does distribution in this economy, and changed it in a way that has created new jobs, changed it in a way that's created whole new industries, basically.
Have you ever talked to any of the workers? They don't necessarily want anybody to believe that that they're struggling. Whether or not it's Walmart or Amazon, they're going to pay what they think they can pay based on the labor market at the time. I don't know how anybody could be really happy at $13 an hour. I don't think that $13 an hour is pretty good in Washington, D.C. It's certainly not good in New York. It's certainly not good in Los Angeles. It certainly isn't going to work in San Francisco or Seattle or some of the other areas of the country, right? So I think, where is it?
My name is LaShonda Johnson, and I work for Amazon Sort Center. I've been working retail for about 12 years. I work 3 jobs now and I don't make enough. I still don't make enough. Retail keeps you just a tad bit over minimum wage. I'm saying like a pinch. they're not going too much more over, versus at Amazon, I'm getting a whole $2 and $3 more than retail, which I think is crazy. When I first got hired, I was hired as a temp. If they offered me 40 hours a week at Amazon, I would be there. Amazon, I deal with customers that I never see or speak to. All I deal with is their packages. That's it. That's what I love about Amazon. All right, let's go.
Are you going outside?
Sorry.
Mommy,
Yes, kissy.
I don't want to go to my vegetables.
Okay, tell your mama. I work like this now, so hopefully my plan is not to work like this later, because then if I don't do anything with my life, I'm gonna feel like I did it for nothing and my kids missed out on me for nothing.
Logistics, we're a logistics staffing company, and we are the largest logistics staffing company in the U.S. We employ about 20 to 21,000 people every day in distribution centers around the country. About 75% of our job orders throughout the year are what's referred to as temp to hire, and roughly 50% of the associates transition into a full-time job. These jobs of order selectors, they can be as basic as what you've just seen me do, kind of in the range of $10 an hour to $12 an hour, depending on what part of the country you're in, up to $15 or $16 an hour, depending on the complexity of the job. I think what's going to happen with the increase in e-fulfillment, the demands for labor will go up and down dramatically. We are in the process of piloting a mobile app where you'll have an opportunity. I'll send you a post that says, are you interested in Sunday night for $13 an hour? Would you take it for $14.50? Would you take it for $15 an hour? We know associates need two things. They need good, fair pay, and they need a steady schedule, if you will, certainly about 40 hours a week. That provides them the financial stability to buy a car, for instance. Things like as basic as that is.
I think warehouse work is very difficult. The speed of the work is faster. You're doing the same thing over and over again. Normal retail jobs, right? You may do some loading and unloading, but it's sporadic. It's not every moment.
My name is Susan Lambert, and I'm on the faculty of the School of Social Service Administration at the University of Chicago, and I have been studying low-paid hourly jobs for over 20 years. The statistics for the warehouse workers will look very good, but there's also often a lot of contingent temporary workers who are hired. There is actually this fairly large group of workers who work in warehouses but who have very unstable jobs. There's an opportunity here to, as we make this transition, to think about how we design those jobs so they are good jobs.
My name is Jerome Dubois, and I'm the co-founder and co-CEO of Six River Systems. I would say 70% of the warehouses in the United States, and we think it's about 2,500 or so warehouses, literally have people running around with pieces of paper. Here they actually have a very smart chuck, in our case a robot, that's leading them through and can see things and move around things. This is not a replacement for the person. This is something that's working side by side with the person. So we are actually enabling a whole different labor pool to actually get work in warehouses that normally wouldn't qualify for that work. This technology allows that pool of employees to come into a warehouse and be very productive quickly. That's moved forward. It's now telling me to grab a charger from A05. I have a barcode and my charger. So I'm going to go ahead and scan, As soon as I scan, you'll see the tote also light up, telling me which order to place this for, or place it into. I drop it in and I hit confirm, and it goes to the next location. What is the typical time that you expect to have a delivery to your door when you hit the click button? Everybody says 2 days. I'm like, well, guess what? It's without automation, it's more like 5 days or 7 days. How do you feel about automation now?
You can view automation coming into an industry in 2 phases. The first phase is actually about job creation and wage creation. Second phase, the job creation starts to go much more slowly. Barely in phase 1 at this point.
I see the future online only. If I can get something without having to go out, that's what I'm going to do.
It's going to be one day you're not going to be able to walk in a store. It's just going to be, a computer giving you your items, and that's that.
I think we're the canary in the coal mine. Automation is in fact coming, and when it comes, it'll become faster and faster and faster, and we're going to have to be prepared for it.